My name is Samantha and this is my story. It's really hard to share these things because it shows a lot about me, but I think it's really important to share them because I know that there's somebody out there who's living the things that I've lived through, and I want to really try and reach those people because if I can help just one person, it makes it worth it. So it all started when I was a kid, my weight problem. I had a hard time with control. I would eat food, I would snack, I would eat a whole bowl of popcorn or chips or a whole bag of chips. And I knew that I had a problem, but I never addressed it. Then teenage years came and hello, teenager depression. I then started drinking pop and not drinking water. Pretty soon I'm up to a 64-ounce mug of Dr. Pepper, and I drink 1 or 3 of those a day and never drink water ever. Then come late teenage years where I am working fast food and I am eating fast food for every meal because it's easy access. And then I get pregnant and I have my son, my oldest. So now teenage depression meet postpartum depression. That wasn't a good mix. I ended up having 3 babies in 4 years. Never changing any habits, and when you're so busy, you never learn those self-care things, taking care of yourself because you're too busy taking care of everybody else. So then, I had my last baby. I started really thinking about my health and wellness. I was really tired of not being able to take the dog for a walk because it was too hard to push the stroller and walk the dog at the same time and chase the kid that's on the bike, and so I wasn't doing any exercise. So I hired a trainer, but I wasn't ready. I was eating whatever I wanted and I was trying to out-exercise my diet and it didn't work. My trainer would come to me and she'd be like, Samantha, you need to eat more vegetables. And I'd be like, I am eating vegetables. Samantha, you need to drink more water. I am drinking water. I wasn't. And it was not. And it was showing. It was showing on the scale. Yes, I was gaining more muscle mass, but it was showing on the scale. So my trainer moved on. She ended up starting a new adventure that was great for her. But I lost my motivation at that point. I stopped exercising. And several years later, here I am, I gained back to all that weight. So then, several years later, I ended up meeting a group of people. They were great. They were so active and happy, and they were so positive, and they were working on losing weight, and they were working on eating well, and they had a goal. They wanted to do the Mount Helena run, and I fell into this group of people. So I had a tribe, I had a goal, and it was all the motivation I needed. I ended up losing 50 pounds. I was so excited to lose those 50 pounds. It felt great. It was great. So we did the Mount Helena run. It was the first organized event I'd ever done. I was so excited. I was like, hey guys, we're gonna do our next one. What are we gonna do next? And we planned the Snow Joke half marathon in February. And then my group moved away. Life changed and they had to move away. So after that, my workouts decreased. I stopped working out as much. And then I started having more treats. And then I stopped eating the vegetables again. And, my muscle mass carried me for a little bit, but it wasn't long before that muscle mass wouldn't carry me anymore and I started packing on weight again. So this was 3 years ago. And as of, December, I had gained back 40 pounds of that 3 years. And I was back to I couldn't walk a half a mile without being out of breath. Pushing the cart up the hill at Walmart would take me out of breath. And so I was like, I don't want to be like this anymore. So I had a conversation with a friend one day in December. I can actually remember the day. And her and I together decided we were going to do keto. We're like, let's try it. Let's try to do keto. About a week after that, I end up on Facebook and I run into a Facebook Live of Anneliese's. And something in that video, I don't know what it was, touched me. And I was like, this is where I need to be. So I sent an email to Anneliese. Here I am. So 5.5 months later, I'm down 35 pounds, multiple inches. I am so much happier. I'm sleeping better. I ran 5 miles without being tired. The only thing that stopped me was I had to go get my kid. I did a Spartan race. I'm signed up for another Spartan race. All of these things that I would have never been able to do if I hadn't have started taking care of myself. Now I'm in maintenance. I know that losing weight is easy. It's the maintenance piece that is the hard part. But I'm determined.